Colombia opened their World Cup campaign with a resounding 3-0 win against the 2004 European champions Greece. Now the South Americans went ahead after 5 minutes when great work by Juan Cuadrado set up Pablo Amero. Teofilo Gutierrez scored the second goal after 58 minutes, and then James Rodriguez drove in a left-foot effort in stoppage time. Colombia will now fancy their chances of topping the group that also contains Japan and Côte d'Ivoire. Costa Rica scored 2 goals in 3 minutes as they recorded a stunning 3-1 win against the two-time world champions Uruguay. Edison Cavani slotted in a first-half penalty to put Uruguay in front, but after the break, Joel Campbell lashed in a left-foot leveler and Oscar Duarte guided in a low header to give Costa Rica the lead. Marcos Urena slotted in a third for the Ticos before Uruguay's Maxi Pereira was sent off for a rash foul on Campbell. The federal government has urged the Super Eagles to go all out and stun the world at the ongoing FIFA World Cup in Brazil. President Goodluck Jonathan says it was time an African country wins the World Cup, adding that the African champions are motivated enough to do the magic. Senate President David Mark assured that the government was ready to do all it can within its available resources to make the team comfortable in the championship, and that he will personally remain to attend all the team's games in the opening rounds of the competition. Senator Mark presented the team captain Joseph Yobo with the national flags, while coach Stephen Keshi also received a flag for the team that will be displayed on the team's bus during each game they play. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles have arrived in Curitiba for their opening game against the Asian representatives Iran. Team captain Joseph Yobo reassured the confidence in the team is improving each day and the squad will not disappoint at the tournament this time around, while calling for prayers and a positive attitude from all Nigerians. Now, the World Soccer Governing Body FIFA has picked Carlos Vera from Ecuador to officiate the game between Iran and the Super Eagles. Vera has been overseeing international games since 2007 and has officiated at several Copa America competitions as well as at the FIFA Club World Cup in 2012. FIFA opens disciplinary proceedings against the Super Eagles group opponent Argentina after its players unfurled a political banner prior to last week's friendly against Slovenia. The banner, which when translated read "The Falkland Islands belong to Argentina," with the players holding it in front of them in an act of support before kick-off. Well, the actions of the national side are in direct breach of 2 counts of FIFA's disciplinary code, and the governing body have now confirmed they will open an investigation. Argentina's FA will have the opportunity to explain their stance and provide any material to support their case. As the World Soccer Governing Body FIFA expects host country Brazil to deploy the police if necessary to contain violent demonstrators and guarantee access to stadiums. FIFA said Brazilians are democratically entitled to stage peaceful protests during the global sporting event. Brazilian authorities have deployed tens of thousands of police and military troops on standby to secure the 12 stadiums across Brazil. More than 1 million people took to the streets to protest against poor public services, corruption, and the high cost of the stadiums built for the event. Well, Côte d'Ivoire midfielder Yaya Touré is struggling to shake off a hamstring injury just in time for their World Cup Group C opener against Japan. But the coach, Sabri Lamouchi, insists that his team will be ready. Here is more updates from the FIFA World Cup off the field of play.
Manufacturers of Chivita, Hollandia, Capri Sun and Cheese Snacks range of products.
Côte d'Ivoire will be the second African team to file out for action at the FIFA World Cup in Group C when they take on Japan. Coach Sabri Lamouchi says his team is ready to face a fearsome Japan side, even if not all of his players are 100% fit. I can tell you that all my players are ready for tomorrow. Whether they are all 100%, I cannot confirm. You know, we had a few problems, a few health concerns, which we managed very well. You know, some players missed playtime. So to answer your question, yes, everyone is available tomorrow. Meanwhile, there were celebrations in the Dutch city of Amsterdam after the Netherlands began their World Cup campaign with a record 5-1 win over reigning world champions Spain.
Give me the fight!
People took to the streets of the city and cheered and danced as they came to terms with their team's victory.
Fans for 4 years ago.
Actually, it's 5-0.
The penalty was a wrong call. Yeah, it was actually.
Finally, a Swiss guinea pig called Madame Shiva has predicted Switzerland will win its World Cup campaign against Ecuador.
This is Madame Shiva. Say hello to the world. Yes, I'm completely convinced that she has predictable capacities, because if you look in her eyes, you can see a small blue glimpse. No, also she's biting me, but I'm sure she has predictable capacities.
And that's why you.
That's why we have chosen her to predict first the match between Switzerland and Ecuador.
The animal has already delivered its predictions for Swiss games against France on June the 20th and Honduras on June the 25th. The handlers say these predictions have also been recorded, but will only be released on the eve of each game.
Chi Limited, manufacturers of Chivita, Hollandia, Capri Sun and Cheese Snacks range of products.
And that's sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Well, 49 Ukrainian military personnel have been killed after their transport plane was shot down by pro-Russian rebels. Ukraine's defense ministry said the Il-76 transport plane crashed after coming under anti-aircraft fire from Lysyansk, eastern Ukraine. The plane was carrying troops and military equipment and was about to land at the city's airport. A statement from the defense ministry said the terrorists had treacherously fired on the aircraft, killing all 49 servicemen on board. The incident comes less than a week after the same rebels launched a series of attacks on Ukrainian forces at Lysyansk International Airport. Well, on the main news again, former governor of Edo State Chief John Oyegun has emerged the national chairman of the APC in a contest that had two other major contenders, Chief Tommy Kimi and former Bayelsa State Governor Timipre Silva. Chief Oyegun, who was chosen through consensus, pledged to lead his party to victory in 2015. The PDP has congratulated the new leadership of the APC and called on the party helmsmen to practice politics without bitterness. And 49 people have been killed after pro-Russian militants shot down Ukrainian army transport plane. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. We thank you very much for watching.